video is on how to do the histology for the supporting connective tissue lab. First, I suggest reading the lab book. In this version, it is page 31. I'm not sure. But we are going to look at hyaline cartilage, elastic cartilage, and fibrocartilage. You're going to be identifying structures for me. And I want you to also include something that will help you identify it on the lab exam, which type of cartilage it is. So not the textbook, elastic cartilage has elastic fibers. What would help you? I tell my students it's cheating to memorize. Elastic cartilage is purple with lots of black lines in it. Completely cheating. But that actually helps them a lot. So, our three types of cartilage. We have hyaline cartilage. This is our vanilla cartilage. And what you see is the matrix. This is all matrix right here. All of this is matrix in hot pink. And the matrix is surrounding these chondrocytes. That's the chondrocyte cell right there. The structure it's in is the lacuna. This is a better stain. There's the cell right there. And then this is the lacuna surrounding it. So you're going to have to identify both the chondrocyte, the lacuna, and the matrix. Now sometimes you have an empty lacuna right there. The cell just didn't here. The chondrocyte took up the entire cell. Now on the outside of this, we have dense irregular connective tissue. That is forming the perichondrium. So we have the perichondrium here, and then we have the cell here. Now notice these cells are flat. These cells are round. These flatter cells are chondroblasts. They're cartilage building cells. Now we didn't talk about how these build. They basically lay down new matrix and it causes it to thicken. So our second type of cartilage is going to be elastic cartilage. Now, elastic cartilage also has a perichondrium. So here's the perichondrium. It is dense irregular connective tissue again. And you can't really see it, but there's these flat cells right here. And again, those are chondroblasts. Chondroblasts are cartilage building cells. Again, we have all this matrix in here. It is surrounding the lacuna that has its chondrocyte in it. So here's a chondrocyte in its lacuna. The bonus feature of this type of cartilage is, see these black lines? Like there, and there, and there, and there. That is elastic fiber. So on this, you have to identify the collagen fiber matrix, the elastic fibers, the chondrocytes in lacuna, perichondrium, and chondroblasts. Our third type of cartilage is fibrocartilage. And the slide I'm going to send you to is a lot better than the picture I'm going to show you. This is our actual slide in class. It's not the best slide in the world because we have bone here. It has been highly photoshopped, so it looks a little bit different from the cartilage here. So this is a chondrocyte in the lacuna. This is an osteocyte. On the actual slide we looked at in lab, it's a little bit different. And then we have these white fibers. It's a type 1 collagen fiber. It's called white fibers. And we're going to have some fibroblasts in there. Now this is what it's really supposed to look like. We have our chondrocytes in lacuna. So there's my lacuna. Oh, there's a cute little chondrocyte. Then we have our white fibers there. And again, these are type 1 collagen fibers. This is a different type of collagen fiber in here. I will not test you on the difference. And that might be a fibroblast. That just might be dirt on my lens as well. So I've given you links to follow for all three types of cartilage. You are going to look for these structures. On the hyaline cartilage, you're going to look for the perichondrium, chondroblast, chondrocyte, lacuna, and the matrix. And you're going to label them. Again, refer to my labeling video in the how-to video section. The elastic cartilage, perichondrium, chondroblast, chondrocyte, lacuna, matrix, and elastic fibers. Then the fibrocartilage, chondrocyte, lacuna, matrix, the dense regular fibers, sometimes they're called white fibers. So when I click on the link, it's going to take me to a web page. If I click on the here, it'll actually take me to the different cells. So matrix, chondrocytes, I click on the chondrocyte, it zooms in for me. So perichondrium, it'll zoom in, but you should probably use the power that I gave you. So this is the perichondrium. Those are the chondroblasts right there. So, and on the bottom, you could zoom in and out with this. This lets you move around, but it goes to the power that you probably should use that. And I'm using my mouse wheel to go in and out. So here's our slide. And we have the perichondrium here with the chondroblast there. This would be a lacuna with an with a chondrocyte in it. And then all of this is matrix. I don't like how dark this slide is right here. The slide I'm going to give you on your lab exam is going to be a slightly lighter color. And on the lab exam, I'm going to ask what type of cell it is. Chondroblast is the flat one. Chondrocyte is the round one. What is the structure? Perichondrium, lacuna, and then this would be the matrix. So this is elastic cartilage. It is supposed to be this nice violet color. It's a crystal violet stain, I believe. And that's why I didn't like the other cartilage, because it too is using a crystal violet stain, and usually you use H&E stain. So again, we have the perichondrium out here. And we have chondroblasts in the perichondrium. So I would label this perichondrium and chondroblast. So then we have the matrix, and probably use a color you could see a little bit better there. Here is the matrix. Now, this is the matrix that is collagen fibers. Then I could see these thin black fibers. And again, this is why I did not like that other stain for hyaline cartilage. It's really confusing. And they're not perfect. Look in the lab book for how they're supposed to look. That's more like the picture you get. So you'll label elastic fibers, the chondrocyte in the lacuna, and the matrix. And again, you don't have to have this attached to your screen capture. For the fibrocartilage, you're doing the chondrocyte, the lacuna, the matrix, and the dense regular fibers. I didn't like either of their stains. So you saw what the lab book looks like, and you saw what that other picture looks like. Look at the study guide. That's more how this picture is going to look. But at least I could see, oh, it looks like there are dense fibers over here. So here would be the dense fibers. That would be a chondrocyte in lacuna. And then all this is matrix. So this is not the best one. And you can actually zoom in collagen fibers, matrix. So that is actually helpful about this page, is it lets you zoom in. But I'm not that in love with either this one or the other one they had. So that is how you do the cartilage histology. Again, look at the study guide for how I'm going to have the pictures. Thank you. Have a good day.